Between aging and busy lifestyles, many women struggle with maintaining their physical and mental wellness. At Aquavita Concierge Healthcare Services for Women, we can help you revitalize your health and reclaim your life. We start from within by balancing your hormones, allowing your body to achieve and maintain desired weight goals. We also specialize in peptide therapies, regenerative medicine, sexual health, and aesthetics in our state-of-the-art facilities. Feel better, look better, live better at Aquavita. Visit aquavitality.com and begin your journey today.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Football and stuff. Today on SB Fantasy Football.
I didn't even want to hit the button. So this is not acceptable. Not acceptable.
And welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave. Hello.
You all right over there, buddy?
I'm with the part-timer. The part guy just mailing it in.
I don't know. It was like technology and stuff popped in my head, and I was like, football and stuff. I don't know, man.
Football and stuff. I got you. I feel you.
But here we are. We're talking 5 players in the NFL that we want on our team and where we're prepared to take them at. And where they're going. A little ADP talk. I'm looking at Fantasy Pros for my ADP, which is a combination of CBS Sleeper and RT Sports. So
I like Fantasy Pros, and they have ECR rankings and stuff like that. So you have experts and consensus rankings and whatnot. So that's where if I go in and look at for ADP or if I'm looking at rankings or something like that, that's what I use. And but yeah, that's a good call on that. Now these are going to be 5 guys. We're just going to go through 5. Hopefully you touch all the positions. I've got a quarterback, a running back, 2 receivers, and a tight end. That's what I got.
Okay, I can do that. Do that. So where do you want to start?
I'm going to start at the top. The guy that I'm absolutely targeting for my QB.
Okay,
is
your QB1?
My QB1. Well, because I don't want to pay the premium, but I got a guy that's going to give me the premium.
So I got to scroll down. Hold on, let me scroll down.
Not far.
Let's see.
Justin Herbert, the Chargers. Now he's a tier 6 guy, 53rd overall. QB rankings, he's tier 2, number 7, and you're catching him right now in about the mid to end of the 5th round. With all the mock drafts and everything like that, he's great. He's got just surrounded by talent. Great running back, Austin Eckler, and you got great receivers with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Quentin Johnston. Scored 384.65 points last year, 4,739 yards, 25 TDs, 10 INTs, and he ran for another 147 yards. We're both big fans of him. I think he just had a lackluster year. This year, got a ton of money. Just pedal to the floor. I mean, he could finish number 1. It'd be tough with Mahomes, but he could finish.
And so Herbert's definitely my guy. And I'm kind of torn on him this year just because I went all in on Herbert last year. I went all in. I was drafting him in the 3rd round in most of my leagues to make sure I had him. I was like, this is my guy. I'm getting him. I predicted him just to completely just ball out.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned if I'm not a sucker. And I just can't quit him.
Yeah, I can't.
I just can't. I like Quentin Johnson, bringing in Quentin Johnson, the young kid. I love that you still got Eckler there, Keenan Allen. It's just, what can I say?
Yeah.
I'm a sucker. He just got paid. There's a lot of things out there. It's like, oh, was he really worth it? I think he's really going to go out there and show that he is going to be worth it. I think you had a little issue with the beginning of the year because you had a lot of injuries at the beginning of the year. But yeah,
and that Chiefs game, that was a rough one.
It was a
rough
bit.
game. Mm-hmm.
But am I going to go 3rd round again on him? I might wait till like the 4th or 5th.
All the mock drafts I've been seeing, he hasn't gone anywhere near that. You know what I mean? You're talking Pat Mahomes goes in maybe the 2nd, but probably the 3rd and things like that. So I've noticed that people aren't popping that QB.
That bubble?
Yeah, and once that goes through, you got the first 3 guys.
Yeah. I'm seeing like right now on Pat Mahomes, I'm seeing his ADP right now is 15.5.
There you go.
So I might be able to hold off a little bit longer. I'm just going to have to play it by ear. But again, I'm prepared 4th round. His ADP is 42.5.
Okay.
So that's right there, depending on how 3rd or 4th round, depending on how many teams you got in your league.
Right. All right. Who's your number? Who's your number one? Did you say Justin Herbert? It's gonna be him?
Yeah.
So
For QB, it's Herbert.
Okay.
I love him. If I don't get him, someone I'm kind of looking at late is going to be like a Derek Carr, but I'm going to be able to get him like super late.
Yeah, I mean, hell, you don't even have to. You can get him off the waiver wire. He's not being drafted. Late, super late, or something like that. Maybe Dak. I would throw Dak in that category.
And I'd even throw my boy Goff out there. I think he's going to have a good year this year again. So next, I want to talk RB and running back. My guy at running back is Mr. David Montgomery.
Okay.
It's no secret. Yes, I'm a Lions fan, but I just think David Montgomery is going to have an absolute year this year. You looked at what he did with that on that crappy Bears team with that bad offensive line, and you're putting him on behind one of the best offensive lines in the league. I see nothing but an upside. Now his ADP right now is 79. He's got a real. So you're looking at
7th, 8th round.
Yeah. I'm prepared to take him somewhere in like the 4th round. This is one of those guys that I want him.
Yeah.
So this is someone that I believe in, someone I think is going to have a really good year, and I'm prepared to draft high to make sure that I get him.
All right, there you go. I'm looking at Nick Chubb. Full Chubb this year is what I'm calling him. He's tier 3, 17th overall. In the RB rankings, he's tier 2, number 6. Early to mid 2nd round, and I even put on here full Chubb this year. Running and receiving, finished 6th last year, splitting time. 283.40 points, rushes 302 attempts, 1,525 yards, 2 TDs, receiving 27 receptions, 239 yards, 1 TD, and a 2-point conversion. With Hunt out of there, it's Chubb time. There's no one even close to him that's going to be just imposing on or somehow getting his time. He's going to be 3 downs. Let's see it. I'm ready. Super ready.
Yeah. Wide receivers. So you got 2 wide receivers?
Got 2 of them.
You got 2? Mm-hmm. Who's your first one?
First one, I have DJ Moore out of Chicago. Tier 5 guy, 45 overall. Wide receiver rankings, tier 4. Number 23. So you're going to get him in like the mid-4th. I got him in the 6th round in all my drafts that I've had, or my last Monday night. So if you're watching this, if you're listening here, or if you watch the stream on Monday, I got him in the 6th round. Explosive. He's on a better team. Preseason, he's looked pretty good. Of course, it was against a backup offense. I think they had the starters out there. Took it to the house on like a little screen, 50-something yards. He looks great. He's super excited to be there too. He's last year with like terrible the revolving door of quarterbacks. 199 points, 118 targets, 63 receptions for 888 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 rushing attempts for 53 yards. So, yeah, give me a little DJ Moore. Now, he's not my highest ranked one I have on here. My next one's definitely going to be tier 2 guy, tier 2.
Tier 2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm going to go out like, I'm going to try to get Jamar Chase any chance. Like, if you don't have the first 3 picks, you ain't getting Jamar Chase. I'd love to have Justin Jefferson, but if I ain't got the number 2 or number 1 to number 2 pick, I ain't getting him either. So.
You ain't getting him in the gangster league because he's a keeper.
Yeah.
So, for me, my first one I'm targeting is Mike Evans. Yes, you don't know what's going on with the quarterback situation there.
I just posted a short of you saying that you love Mike Evans.
Oh, really?
It's on YouTube. Go check it out, people.
I do. It doesn't usually matter who the quarterback is back there. Mm-hmm. The guy is just a magnet for the ball. You toss it up, he goes and gets it.
Sounds like the guy talking about Devontae Adams. You know what I mean?
I was going to say Clifford Franklin.
Clifford Franklin. What? I'm not saying it. All right.
His ADP right now is 80, so you're going to get him, somewhere around the 7th round, 6th round. That's where I'm prepared to take him, right around his ADP. Mm-hmm. I might, depending on where I'm at in the draft, if it's one of those where it's like, hey, I'm at the beginning of one round and he won't be around till the end of the next, I might reach like a round early for him. Mm-hmm. But I like Mike Evans.
Nice.
The guy just knows how to catch the football and score. Yeah. He's no Julio Jones.
God. So is that your second receiver? Or that's your first?
That's my
one?
first receiver.
Wrap it back around.
The first receiver.
Let's keep this snake style.
All right. Receiver number 2, a guy that I'm kind of, I don't know.
You're kind of out the door. These are the guys this is the My Guy show.
It is. But I like him, but I'm just gonna have to see what happens here. Jerry Jeudy.
I like him
Jerry
personally,
Jeudy.
but I got to. He's someone I'm definitely looking into. 'Cause-
His ADP is 52.
Yeah,
So you're looking at a little bit higher on him.
he's been going a little bit
think
lower too.
Yeah, well, his best is 28 and his worst is 74.
Yeah,
So, but I'm looking somewhere around probably about like the 5th, 6th round for him. I would like to maybe get him a little bit lower at his ADP. It just depends on Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson didn't look too sharp the other day.
yeah.
They looked a little, but again, it's the first preseason game.
But Jeudy did score. He got
Right.
the end zone.
As bad as they looked,
Yeah.
Jeudy still got his.
Yeah.
You got Tim Patrick who's out
Yeah.
with the ACL. So
I
now
think that
that's
just-
one less guy, and I think that helps Jeudy out.
Lost both their
I've been
stars,
I've
yeah.
been on the record as saying I am expecting Russ to be
Cook.
better this year,
Yeah.
but I'm a little concerned after the first preseason game.
It looked rough.
So that's why I'm like he's my guy, but I'm just also kind of like keeping an eye on it. You know, we're like, what are we doing here, guys?
I have to be checking some footage from training camp here
Yeah.
because it is not looking great.
think I'm gonna-
And I go after Jerry Jeudy too, and I would actually go after Russ late if I don't get my guy. And then I'm like, well, starting to look. I'm like, well, let me fill in this whole roster. Then I'll grab Russ because he's gonna keep throwing it. It's like,
Especially if you expect him to be down a lot,
Right,
And
right.
here's one thing you know about a Sean Payton offense: he likes to throw the ball.
yeah.
So,
Oh man.
who's your next guy?
My next guy, this is one of the top guys I'm actually targeting in the first round. You'll probably find him in the first round. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tier 2, 11th overall, wide receiver, Tier 2, number 7 in wide receiver rankings. You're going to catch him in the early second. He might go in the first round depending on who you're drafting with. Great season last year, should only get better. He scored 267 points on 146 targets, 106 receptions, 1,161 yards, and 6 TDs. Also added 9 rushing attempts for 95
And
yards.
missed a couple games last year with those numbers.
So I
Right.
think I totally expect him to have a banger of a year. I don't see why he would go backwards because it's not like these are phenomenal numbers, but they're very solid numbers. So then as he's progressing, I think it's going to keep going.
He's got one of the greatest starts for a wide receiver in their first 2 years. Like
the
he's
no
top
drop
5
thing or something like
Well,
that?
just overall, just in their first 2 years. In the
Oh,
league.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
With the note, he's had. I think he had like 1 drop last year, but I mean he went at almost. He went like 150 catches without a drop or something like that.
I mean, if he was targeted 146 times, that means it's a lot of QB error then. Because if he only got 1 drop in there, right?
Well,
Or
I
a
think that was
defender
before.
made defender made a
But,
play or
but
something.
then you also like you target, but it's not catchable, right?
Yeah.
You know, a defender makes a play or a little bit overthrown.
Yeah,
You know, maybe
yeah.
a little underthrown. I don't know.
I
We'll
got
see.
you. I got you. So we're gonna
That's-
finish this up. I'm on the tight ends now. This is my guy, right? Evan Ingram, right? Tier 8, 97th overall, tight end rankings, tier 2, number 8. Catch him in the 9th or 10th round, late 9, early 10th round. Up and down last season, but
That
finished
seems high for him
where? So
at that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so up and down season, but finished very strong. I expect good things from him this year. That chemistry is definitely working with him and Goldilocks out there. 176 points, 98 targets, 73 receptions, 766 yards, 4 TDs. Also had a couple rushes for 13 yards and a 2-point conversion.
There you go.
So, yeah.
And if you know me and you know tight ends, you know who I'm targeting.
I don't know, some lion or something.
Mark Andrews, the
Oh.
guy I go for every year.
like, I don't know.
I typically get him right there in the second round, maybe late first if I got like the last pick. And I'll just throw him on the first round, just be like I took a tight end in the first round
There
and
you
still,
go.
you know. But I absolutely love Mark Andrews. He's done nothing but be great. Even
with
last year
Lamar
he was
being back.
last year was a little rough
Mm-hmm.
without Lamar, but with Lamar being back and you're looking at a pass first offense which is what they're trying to run out there, throwing the ball a lot more, expect his numbers to do nothing but go up. If I don't get him, I'm looking at a Sam Laporta out of Detroit super late.
Oh, of course. I mean, no one's drafted him, so you get him super late.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Because all the reports on him out of camp and everything is nothing but
Yeah.
great.
I mean,
George Kittle's going on every podcast and show he can to talk about how great this guy is been. So
all I want to do is if I get Kelsey, I'm fine. If I don't get Kelsey, I'm just going to wait. And if it gets down to Evan Ingram and I see him, I go, that's the guy I'm taking. And if someone else takes him, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe Dulcich in the last round. I have no idea. I don't know how far I'm going to go down. Then all of a sudden you know that you're going to be streaming all season, right? And that's the way it goes. You know,
or that guy pops off. You never know.
You really don't. And I do like Dulcich too. That's not a shot at him. I think he could do good things this year. But anyway, so what do you got finished off? You already told me.
I just did.
Yeah,
I just did.
skip Mark Andrews and just put in Laporta. That's what he's going to do anyways.
No, I mean, I'm going for Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just all there's to it.
Him and Mark Kelsey and Mark Andrews, they're just amazing players. And
They're wide receivers in the tight end position.
That's all it is. And like I said, with Amar being back, Andrews should be just right back up there. Just peeling them off. So
just crush, just slaying it. Especially since you've got some better options out there at receiver this year. Yeah. I think that's going to do nothing but help Andrews out to where teams aren't necessarily going to be able to double team him,
right?
Like they have been in years.
Open the field up a little bit.
Right.
You got a little Odell Beckham out there.
Yeah,
there's a couple other people. Football player, man, running routes and catching the football.
Oh man! But hey, guys, let us know who you're targeting this year. Is there players that you reach for because you got to have that guy? Or is there guys you're like, I'm going to sit and wait on him because I know I can get him here, but that's my guy, right? You go into it knowing I'm drafting this wide receiver in the 12th round because I know I can get him there. But let us know. Hey, as always, I'm Alan.
Rapid Dave.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces. Thanks for listening to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Wells Fargo presents one of the surest ways to grow your money. A Wells Fargo CD account, where you can earn a 5.00% annual percentage yield on an 11-month term with a minimum opening deposit of $5,000. Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/CD rates to open a CD account and start growing your savings with us.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.